Welcome back to my channel. I'm Lotus, Lotus the Sage. Thank you so much for your time. Today we have a fun reading, or I should say today we're just going to have a real reading because that's what this reading is going to be about. It's keeping it real, spirit's perspective. So I did literally probably like 4 or 5 of these readings just to see if I could get the right flow because it's a different set of, they're just like message cards, majority of them, and minimal pictures, no tarot today. So as I was doing them, and several energies, the first couple readings, were for me, and the rest were just like random to see if I could get a flow for this type of reading I was feeling. Anyways, when I finally got that flow, every reading I did after was like, damn, okay. Like it's just, so they might be very direct and to the point, just so that you know. So if these messages end up triggering or hitting you in a delicate spot, please forgive me. These are the messages Spirit wanted to deliver today, and maybe come back when you're in this place to hear them. But if you are drawn to this reading, my intuition is telling me that you are ready to hear it. So I'm sending you the love that you need. Hear it with support from Spirit. So for pile 1, we have the Lighthouse. This is a new charm I got from one of my friends / subscribers. This is pile 2 with the key, the golden key. And pile 3 with the Harry Potter Quidditch ball. All right. So Spirit's keeping it real from their perspective. Take a second to see which charm might be calling to you, and I will see you at your choice. Welcome my pile 1, my Lighthouse pile. Let's spread out your cards. Okay, my collective of pile 1, let us see what Spirit wants to get real with you about today. So we are going to look into the Angels Among Us card first to give us an overall focus. I feel what Spirit wants to make sure that you don't forget, or that your focus is on also with the things that are happening in your life. This is sort of going to generalize a particular emotion or energy, and I'm going to use these 3 cards roughly for this area, aligning with this, and these 3 cards with this area, but again, reading it all together. So I hope that kind of makes sense. It should make sense as we continue. So let's see what the overall energy is for pile 1. Archangel Jeremiel, reflections, dreams, visions. So it seems like Archangel Jeremiel, or your angels, or your ancestors, or your spirit team, your higher self, is wanting to bring up or bring to your attention or keep you in remembrance of is where you've come from, where you are, and where you want to go next. What do you actually want to see happen next? How are you honoring your creations, your dreams? Are you taking some time out to reflect? Are you trusting your intuition? Are you honoring what your spirit, your body is asking for? Let's go into these. So we have, how are you tending to the emerging story of your life? Union is near. Your dreams are within reach. A wish is granted. Not right now. Be love, and love will return. They just said to remind you, okay, sorry, they're just reminding me of something. When I was pulling the cards for pile 1, the energy that I was feeling was patience and active stillness. That was the main thing. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. Okay, let's continue. Then Saturday sets it straight. And hours, minutes, hours, days, doesn't matter. Time is an illusion. So Spirit is saying, this is your energy, the first card here. And the main thing is coming back to the reflections and the dreams, visions, where you are, where you've been, where you want to go next. How are you tending to the emerging story of your life? How are you merging this creativity into your reality, which is this union is near? So it feels like some things are in the works that you may not feel like are moving or you cannot see per se. And Spirit's here to remind you from their perspective, their higher perspective, your dreams are within reach, and a wish will be granted, but it's not right now. So the main focus for you right now is, again, how are you tending to the emerging story of your life? What is happening on an everyday? And are you still leaving space for this creativity, these visions, these manifestations of your desires? You know, what your focus and your love has been towards. You know, be love and love will return. Are you lacking some of romantic love, for that matter? Are you lacking that feeling of feeling supported and loved to some degree? You know, but there's something about a union within self, and it can be also a union with another thing, like a partnership or an actual romantic connection. And then Saturday sets it straight. You can use this as any Saturday. It can be a weekend energy, meaning like maybe have you been taking some time out? Can you leave at least one day out for you to dream, to reflect, for you to bring some of these visions into your reality? And again, they're saying that it's not about time. If you think that you don't have time, you're mistaken. Minutes, hours, days, doesn't matter. Time is an illusion. Set yourself straight and give yourself some time to create and do the things that you love. So the main energy of what Spirit's focusing on is like, how are you taking care of yourself? How are you taking care of the things that matter also to you, not just the things or people around you? Getting a little bit more focus in on here. It says reform, administer justice clearly. So if this is what we're looking into, how are you tending to the emerging story of your life? Union is near and your dreams are within reach, a wish is granted. How are you administering the justice within yourself? How are you balancing, again, the things that are around you, your responsibilities, the things that need to get done, with the things that also just give you some space, bring you some time, bring you back into that love energy? And then we have, of course, adapting. Lead the way within. Absolutely, that union within. And again, talking about adapting to reforming for this balance, right? Be love and love will return. Give yourself some time. Don't assume or don't pretend like there's not enough time to give you time. That's right, it is. And that's why they're like, it's not right now. This wish that you're wanting, whatever thing that you've been seeking after and actually working towards, don't get me wrong, it is on its way in. Like, it really is. But right now, Spirit wants your focus to be on this, you know, a little bit more of that Neptunian, dreamy type of energy. Tap into that intuition and like replenish a little bit. And I don't feel like it's like a deep replenishment. It's just sort of like a daily check-in or a weekly check-in. Be like, have I given myself some space just to decompress for real? Like, not think about anything or just do the things I like, create, paint, watch a program, go hang out with my friends, you know, have a drink or make some great food, whatever the case is. Okay, so let's see how your mind is processing what's happening right now within this dynamic, within your situation. Okay, so how your mind is working through this, it's over how are you tending to the emerging story of your life. You have good fortune. So it suggests that you are handling whatever is happening around you very well, very talented about it, about the way you go about it, you know, with talent over union is near. And then you have victory over your dreams are within reach. So what I'm feeling here is like you're positive. Again, all of this feels positive, like you are in the right headspace, using and working with what you have around you, and victory is coming in. But again, because it's not happening right now for you, there's anxiety about it. Literally. Not right now, anxiety. So feeling maybe like, maybe I need to pause, maybe I need to do more. Again, trying to find that balance again. And what the more is, in any way that you might be thinking about more, is more about yourself. You know, finding that friend time, like I said, and the friend, be loved and love will return. And friend is here. And again, a friend to yourself, like I talked about, going to meet up with friends. We have a fair-haired or gray-haired man over Saturday sets it straight. So maybe this is the friend, you know, maybe this friend is the one that set you straight and give you something to contemplate, something for you to think about, or a new perspective that you hadn't thought about prior, you know, something else that could be looked at again, because it brings you into this confusion, which is interesting because you have minutes, hours, days, doesn't matter. Time is an illusion. So maybe there's something about that, like they give you some sort of insight that you're like, oh crap, I haven't even thought about it that way, or, you know, using this time to my benefit, even if it feels like a pause, you know? So maybe this is what this reflection is needed. And this is what this fair-haired, gray-haired man brings in for you. Again, doesn't matter what the actual gender is, but this is the energy of this masculine energy. And it's definitely somebody who is elderly. Can't say necessarily elderly. It just feels like somebody that is of maturity, that has a lot of experience and wisdom. So let's see what's underneath, what's happening here. What's really underneath the surface of your emotions and of the situation. Wait, let's see what's behind here. Yeah, spiritual. Yeah, trust your intuition again. Coming back to all of that. So within all of that confusion, what Spirit's saying, you know, like you're on the right path and you're doing the right things. Just pause for a moment, because it's not going to happen at this moment in time, but it's coming. So just find yourself into that intuitive, reflective, beautiful love energy, love vibration. Okay, underneath the surface, we have wind chimes, peace and harmony, sunrise, new creative ideas, new adventures, a fresh start. Like we've been talking about, this talent. What are you creating? How are you bringing this into the world? And then we have camel, persevere, and you will overcome problems. Absolutely. So again, keep going, but that's the active stillness that comes back to what we were talking about here, right? And patience. So persevere, keep doing what you're doing. Just know that it's going to come in in divine timing. And then fire. Strong emotion, passion, love, or hate. Like again, right? Not right now. Of course, that's full anxiety. It's like, there's so many things here. I want to do more. I want it now. I want this. I feel the frustration, but it still feels, I can't say comical. It's just light. It's light. It's like you understand what's happening, but you're still frustrated. And then we have here, bird perched. Yep, waiting for news, package, letter, friend, be love and love will return. Again, I really do feel like whomever this friend is for you is going to be really helpful in, I think, like the last little push of understanding, of clarity. You know, this gray-haired man. Yeah, wishbone, a wish is granted. Lovely. Yeah. And archway. Again, new opportunities, possibilities, and pathways are opening up. The confusion will cease. You know, you are gaining clarity using that spirituality. This is what's underneath the surface that you're not necessarily expressing, you know, or is fully tangible in some way. This is the energy that I'm getting in the bottom. It's like, you know, all this is happening, you know that it's working in your benefit. You're not doubting it per se, but there is a want to speed it up before spirit is ready to, but not even spirit, before things are aligned, because they're bringing me back to this confusion. It's like the maze is a little bit too confused in the mind right now, the thoughts. So until some of that is clear, which is why the reflection is needed, the visions, the dreams, to calm, to meditate, you know, to use the strong emotion, passion, love, or hate for your situation in manifesting whatever it is that you're creating here. And that's helping you reform, helping you adapt and lead the way within so that you can create without. I love that. Okay. Let's get your guidance to close off your messages. So Spirit, the way the Spirit's keeping it real is they're telling you to just, not right now, slow down. You know, there is a connect, there is like a friend connection in particular that they're bringing me to the strongest, but it's also about the union within self and the union with another, particularly a friend, but it doesn't have to necessarily be one friend. Success and happiness are coming. Enjoy and celebrate life. Exactly. They're coming. Oh, that's so funny. Your deepest desires constrain you. Let them go and clear your mind. The desire to create this and want this and, you know, to manifest this. Anxiety, the confusion in the mind, clear the mind. Oh man, Spirit's just like, yep, you got it right, Lotus. Don't worry. Okay, and your final guidance. Full last messages. And I will read a passage from the book for this deck. Yeah, success and happiness are coming, my pal ones. It's your deepest desires that constrain you. So let go. Let go and clear the mind. Let go of the anxiety. Keep working on your craft or working on whatever you're trying to create. You know? Because like peace and harmony are assured, new creative ideas, fresh start, new opportunities, a wish is granted, waiting for news. Like it's all really good. Okay. And we have climb, bobcat. Look at that. How can I go higher? This is what this is all about. How can I go higher? This anxiety, not right now. Let's see what the book has to say about this. Bobcat says, everything is energy. All of us, from humans and fauna to flora and elements, operate at a natural frequency. Did you know you can choose to elevate yours? This can take many forms and manifest differently depending on the circumstances you're in. Extend your claws and go up, up, up. And this is again talking about taking a higher perspective. You might need to see things from a higher place through the lens of your spirit self to enlighten your approach. Strengthening this ability by practice, whether through meditation or quiet reflection, will serve you well and become a reliable tool in making decisions. Other times, Bobcat may be signaling a need to retreat. In some situations, disengaging is the best way to shift your energy. Remaining in your current circumstance may be harmful, or maybe it's just not yours to live through or fix. Boom. Regardless, consider taking the high road and remove yourself altogether. So whichever way this is, it's like, how can you go higher? Right now, in my opinion, it's taking the step back or looking again from Spirit's perspective, from your spiritual higher self, which is what this whole reading has been about, you know, keeping it real from Spirit's view. And that's what they're seeing. And they want you to come up to this perspective and see that so you can calm the mind and let go, so you can clear it, so you can bring in what you're asking for. Oh, which is this wish, right? That's amazing. The beautiful collective of Pal One. I hope that was helpful for you and gave you the messages you were hoping to see. Speaking about that lighthouse, enlightened the way or led up the way for you to, and which way to climb, and how to climb, I should say, how to climb. And that's clearing the mind. Until next time, keep watching your lives. Let me know. Please leave a comment, a like. I would love to hear about it. I'm sending you so much love. Until next time, ciao. Welcome, my pal 2, who chose this beautiful golden key. We're going to spread out your cards. Okay, my collective of pile 2. This card over here is going to be Spirit's reminder or the overall theme or what they want you to focus on amidst whatever is happening in your life. This will give us a little bit more, I guess, context into what's going on over here. Okay, so let's see. Thoth. Writing. Wisdom time. Akashic records. So it seems like Spirit's getting real today with you about you can write your own future, so do so with wisdom. So tapping into your own spiritual knowing, you might have an affinity with words, written word, spoken word, languages, any type of communication. The energy, before I forget, the energy that I got while I was uh, shuffling and getting your cards was one of divorce, I know, excuse me, parting of ways, or parting or separating in some way, and then silver lining. Those were the three words they gave me, but the energy also. So I'm curious if you needing to speak up, you needing to live now by your truth, you no longer sacrificing certain areas of yourself, you gaining wisdom now, which is therefore creating or wanting now to create from that place of wisdom, rewriting your future or writing your future. Let's see, 𝙆𝙀𝙀. We have something is out of place. Soul bond. Okay, spirit. Okay. Follow the energy. Excuse me. An opportunity beckons. Time to go. What do you see? Spiritual awakening, enlightenment, soul mission, life purpose. So right from the jump, when I was getting the energies of the cards, it seems to be in that theme. Something is out of place. So again, speaking your truth, what are you feeling that's out of place? And this is your energy, right? So what I'm feeling here is the soul bond, or whatever bond that you have been a part of or connected to. There is something about it that feels out of place. Either that being literally like something just doesn't feel right, or you just feel like there's something fishy happening within the connection. So I'm feeling that's the reason why Spirit's saying follow the energy, follow how you're feeling about this, follow your intuition. You know, what is it that's actually making you feel this way? What is making you feel like something's out of place? They're saying this is why we brought up the divorce, parting, or separating of something. You know, but there is a silver lining to be had, which is this opportunity beckons. And I feel like this is the opportunity, once you follow this energy, for you to gain clarity and wisdom, period, on whatever has been happening that feels out of place. Hence the time to go. Time to either explore and find some more information about it. Time to either leave the situation. It's all a matter of, what do you see? What do you discover when you follow this energy? What have you discovered? What have you understood about your feelings about this particular bond, this soul connection that you feel? Maybe it does feel a little bit, it can be a karmic connection. And karmic, again, for me, it can be positive or difficult, you know? And depending on what it is that you are feeling, which if something feels out of place, it feels like either the contract might be up and people are resisting moving forward. It can be, it doesn't have to be anything negative, but there's an ask here for you to really look in to what is truth for you. Which is, again, what you see is going to eventually bring you into this, if you're not already, which I feel like you're on naturally, if you wouldn't be really looking at tarot readings, in my opinion. So spiritual awakening 11, that soul enlightenment, this mission, what is this purpose now? What is the purpose of this connection? What is its life purpose? Has it completed? Has it finished? Is there still more to learn? Let's see. Changing, harmonize with the past. Yeah, I do feel like it's something that you're ready to let go. Is that right? I still think that you're in the process of figuring out, is this something that should be released? And or the dynamic of whatever's happening has changed so much that there might be lingering hurts from the past that might be affecting how you feel. It doesn't feel that as strongly, but it's still a possibility. But really what it's telling me here is harmonize with your past, with something's out of place. What is it? What is that out of place for you? Can you find that seed point? and allow this change, which is following that energy towards this opportunity. You know, look at that attraction. Be open and accept others. I'm curious, like I really do feel like you're ready to let go of something for real and step into something that's new, different, that's more, possibly more aligned with who you are now, with the wisdom that you've gained, with the future that you're wanting to create or what you want to step into. And it's also asking you to allow yourself to be open. That's the main thing. Allow yourself to be open to the other energies that come into your life while you're still figuring this out. Because I feel like they're going to be like little gems for you in between you finding full clarity and where you are now. All right, let's see how you're processing this situation, this life dynamic when it comes to the mental aspects. Of course, emotions involved, but, you know, mental first. Okay, so something is out of place. We have gain. And then we have stranger over soul bond. And then we have deception over follow the energy. So the story for me continues the same. There's something to be gained from this uncomfortability that you're feeling now, which is the opportunity. That's what's to be gained. This soul bond I'm feeling now is feeling like you guys are strangers now. Like there's, like I said, there's something maybe shady that's been going on, whatever the case is, and that's the deception. And this is why you're trying to follow the energy, follow the flow of whatever that is, which is the opportunity to gain some strength now. You have to find the strength to go after this opportunity or this particular. It's not easy. I can't even pretend like this is not a comfortable situation by any means, but it feels like you have to literally be a little bit more. I'm getting a very Sherlock Holmes vibe, like very much so. You know, you have to find your inner sleuth is what I'm getting at. And I don't feel like it's a sense of particularly like snooping. It's sort of just, you really need to trust your gut and go with, really follow the energy. And you will find that strength in whatever that is. The time to go, because I think a scandal is going to be, or some sort of scandal in whatever varying degrees that scandal can apply, that you will discover something because of you following the energy. You know, and that will kick you in some way to time to go, you know, and then your perspective, I feel, will change now based on this, either that being because of you now being able to trust your intuition more, or being like, I but I could have acted on this sooner when it comes to when I felt something was out of place. Again, lessons learned, but what you see now is peace. You see peace of leaving this situation behind. That's why I feel like you're ready. You're ready in some way. I know I hesitated with that, but it is like what you see now is peace on your horizons, this ending, you know, that spiritual awakening, that now emerging into this newness. And again, I know that this is like a trajectory of how your thoughts are, but I feel like the mental process is right. Like it's human. Like something's out of place. Okay, there's something for me to look at, for me to gain from the situation. My situation doesn't feel right. There's like this, we're strangers in the night. We're crossing each other and it's like, there's something off here. A lot of deception's been happening. So you've decided to follow this energy. Like I said, this opportunity to find your strength and to figure out what can work, can't work, what should leave. And then again, something is revealed to you, regardless of what that is, and that determines your reasoning, solidifies, I should say, your reasoning to go. And now you're looking at it in a new way, bringing in the peace, which brings in that ending. Underneath here, of course, there is heartbreak, but right underneath it, the bottom of the deck, sorry, is heartbreak, but right underneath it's forgiveness. You know, and in any way that this forgiveness can be, I definitely feel like it's forgiveness within self, like, and this is why this piece is even here. You know, it's the stillness I feel. They're giving me like a blackout. Like that's what it feels like. It's a blackout, like scene done. So that forgiveness within the situation, I feel like you've technically forgiven this because I think you knew something. You know, like you knew something, again, this inner knowing, this inner truth, you knew something. So the scandal, even though you discovered it or in some way, it didn't hit as hard as if you were not privy to the energy. You know, not to say that it didn't hit hard. That's not at all what I'm saying. I'm saying that it would have hit harder. Spirit is telling me that if you didn't follow what's been nudging you, which changed your perspective. Wow, 𝙆𝙀����. Okay, let's see what's underneath. The energy's here underneath the surface, what you may not see, what you may know, what might be happening. We have broken ring. Holy schmoly. Parting of the ways. Yep. In either romance or business. Like I said it from the jump. Tree. Affairs with your family. Again, especially if that's a divorce. Absolutely. Any type of divorce. But 4-leaf clover. Great, good fortune. I'm telling you, this is something that needs to happen. I'm not a person to tell you what to do with your life. Spirit is talking again. We were talking about let's get real, right? So Spirit is getting real. And that's what we're talking about. So there's good fortune if you follow this energy too. The stranger, the soul bond. Again, I definitely feel like it's a partner of some kind and something's out of place. Parting of ways, broken ring, but something's to be gained from this, which is the opportunity, which is fly. A period of ill health or depression. But this is where you're finding the strength, you know? And I feel like the ill health is the discovery of this scandal. You know, I don't feel like it's like an actual... It can be, depending on how your emotions react in your body, don't get me wrong. So I'm not telling you how to feel. That's not at all. I'm just saying that depending on how this hits you in particular emotionally is how this will play out. This particular period of... You know, but this is why they say this is the opportunity to beckon, to look at this from a different perspective, to look at this uncomfortability of something feeling out of place, this deception, to find your strength within it because you kind of knew. You kind of knew. That's what I really feel like. Gravel, involvement with the law. I really do feel like divorce, separation, something like this is the scandal. And this is what, you know, brings in the sadness naturally. Regardless of you knowing, it doesn't matter. The point being is that Spirit is saying, I am talking to you from a higher perspective, and I get to see all of it. And and I love all of you, you know? So the point is that we're just bringing to your perspective, this is what's going on for real for you. If this resonates naturally. Then we have kangaroo, unsettled times, need a plan ahead. Yep. And what do you see? This is what we find, yes? This sadness, this is an opportunity for your strength. The scandal allows you time to go, and grow. Involvement with the law, again, really separating of things. It can be scandal because of the fact that you find out and you're just like, no more, here are your papers. Like, and they have no idea what the hell happened. Like, it can be something that drastic too. And then unsettled times, need a plan ahead. Again, this doesn't necessarily have to be romance, but this can be like a really, like a great partnership that was moving so well and the energy was great, and then all of a sudden some shady shit starts to happen, and then all this shit is like, no, I can't do this anymore. F this noise. Here you go. Let's do this proper now. I'm bringing in the law. It really depends. So unsettled times, which is what you're talking about here, where we've all been talking about, this underneath energy. What do you see now? A way out. That's what I'm feeling now. A way out. That's the plan. This is the piece that this is going to bring in, which is that ending, which is boom. And then chain of events will affect your life. Absolutely. Naturally, this is going to affect your life. But this is what they're saying. This brings in the openness for new, for more, for more fulfillment in the way that's going to better fit you now, you know, in the flow and energy that you're in, and the vibration and frequency that you're wanting to flow from, the spiritual awakening. This is all part of it. Let's get your final messages, guidance from Spirit. Wow, 𝙆𝙀𝚅. To conform is to die inside. Be brave and be yourself. Again, with all this deception, follow your energy. Don't conform to what you think you should or shouldn't do. Do what you feel is right. Yeah, they just blocked off my throat chakra as I said that too. Again, speaking your truth. Don't conform. Meaning don't comply. Don't allow anymore. The complacency is over. Beautiful. Cross the bridge of happiness. It leads over the depths of your emotions. That's it. And that's what you're doing. You are crossing that bridge, which is that peace and that ending, you know, and you will. Even if you don't think that you are capable at this moment, that doesn't feel like your energy. It really just feels like, is this right? Like, I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. So I just need a little bit more proof. And I feel like the proof becomes available to you that allows you to go to cross that bridge to happiness, to your enlightenment, which will technically change your life forever. Absolutely. All right. And I'm going to read a passage from the book for these dudes. It says, Great Horned Owl, here. What am I listening for? There's two energies they gave me. It's like, what am I listening to this nonsense for? Why am I even here? That's the first thing I heard. And then the second was about your intuition, about your truth. Am I hearing my truth? Am I trusting my inner wisdom? Am I acting from that? Have I been listening and paying attention to what's been going on around me? Great horned owl, selective hearing isn't necessarily a bad thing. Modern existence brings a constant cacophony of information, all looking for a place to land. What if you consciously chose what to receive? Great horned owl teaches us that the key to listening lies within. When assessing information in your environment, harness your hearing abilities beyond the physical. Take a second to pause and measure the information against your inner knowing before you decide if it's worth listening to exactly. Does it harmonize? Harmonizing with the past. Are there hidden messages to be aware of? Empower yourself to choose what to hear based on whether it resonates with you. That way you'll know if it's your next meal or just noise. Exactly. My beautiful collective, that's it. Don't to conform is to die inside. This is what it is. What are you listening to? Who have you been listening to? It's time to listen to you now. And sometimes selective hearing, as I said, is not necessarily a bad thing. But have you been complacent? Is also what I'm feeling. But Spirit's like, have I been listening to myself? And that's really what the key is. And that's the opportunity to beckon, to strengthen this, to trust you. Oh, my collective of pile 2. I hope that was helpful. And Spirit kept it as real as they could. And please know that I am sending you so much love. Let me know if this resonated or applied to your situation in any way. I would love to understand what they're really tapping into. I am sending you the most. Keep watering your lives, my collective. Until next time, ciao. Welcome, my pal 2, who chose the quidditch bowels. Okay, let's pronounce your cards. Okay, my pile 3. This card over here is going to let us know what Spirit wants to talk to you. Wow, what Spirit wants to get real about with you today. And it's probably going to be what I've been finding. It's usually about a reminder that you need to keep while whatever is happening in your life is going on. It can be just and or the theme or the focus of what's happening in your life. Again, this is a higher perspective of what's going on. They're keeping it real, so I'm just letting you know. All right. So we have Sekhmet, fierceness, destruction, and rebuilding. What they're bringing up for you, or what they're trying to keep real with you about, is about the need to cleanse, to clear anything that doesn't serve you. Again, about this destruction and rebuilding. It's about wiping the slate clean, and it's about starting anew. So they're saying to me that there may have been, or there has been, a lot of upheaval recently in your life or currently that's going on. And Spirit says that you're navigating it well. And again, the energies that I got when I was shuffling for your pile was creating from fire. That's what the phrasing they gave me. So again, this fierce, ferocious, destructive, and explosive type of energy is what I'm getting. But it's all like purposeful. Again, this creating from fire, this intensity, this passion. But there's this deep sense of, they're giving me the phrase no more. It's time for me to stand up and claim what's mine. Woo, pile 3. Get it. Okay, so we are going to see what's going on with this row over here. These 3 cards over here are going to give us a little bit more context as to what's happening here. Vice versa, over here and over here. Still going to read them as a cohesive type of reading. So let's see what we got first. Surrender. Sunday brings in calm. Time to dance. It's in the music. Monday, let's see. I miss you. And are you ready? Okay, my pile 3s. So this is your energy right now, is the surrender. And I'm asking Spirit, I'm like, what are they surrendering? Are they surrendering to the circumstance? Are they surrendering to letting go? Are they surrendering to their power? Like what are they surrendering to? They're saying it will be revealed. So I said, okay, let me just continue. So Sunday brings in calm is, they're saying that you might have a connection to pile 2. You're in a different stage of what's happening in pile 2. Okay, so they said Sunday brings in calm and time to dance. So what I'm feeling here is to disconnect from whatever's been happening around you. Legitimately and deliberately and consciously disconnect from it. On a Sunday possibly, or on a weekend time. Go out and dance. Meaning movement, in other words. Again, I am a mover. I am a dancer. This is my deck. So when I created this, deck, it is that energy of like, it's time to release this pent up frenetic energy that's within. So time to dance and let it out, in some way. So I feel like it's surrendering to what is, an acceptance of what's happening, and releasing some of that build up, that pent up energy out. And it's in the music. So again, you might be getting messages from music in particular, but again, coming back to this, it's time to dance, it's time to release. And then we'll see what you feel like the next day. Will it reset you in some ways, what I'm feeling, which is Monday, let's see. Again, it's sort of this weekend energy. And then I miss you. There's 2 energies that I'm getting. I'm feeling that whomever or whatever this may involve, where you're surrendering, where this rebuilding, where this disruption and destruction is happening, they're the ones that are missing. They're saying the old version of you. And you're like, I am like I said, no more. I need to step into my power. And that's what there's something about that, them missing the old version. Again, they only miss because you weren't as strong in your character. Your boundaries weren't as clear. You weren't as fierce and ready to take yourself on, is what I feel like. And I feel Spirit's like, are you ready this time? Are you ready to do it now? And I feel like you're definitely ready. Second feeling I'm getting is, naturally, when you're leaving certain things, or when things are crumbling, or when the phases of something completes, there is a little bit of that nostalgia, that bittersweetness is what I'm feeling here for you when it comes to the I miss you. It's not like you're not acknowledging what this past energy has done for you or brought you, but now it is time for you to, they said you've already surpassed it, so it's time to move on. Okay. Let's see how you're mentally handling what's happening, or how you will handle it. Okay, so let's see how you're mentally handling this. So over surrender, you have surprise. Over Sunday brings in calm, you have generosity. And over time to dance, you have solitude. So I feel automatically resistance. Like from right from the beginning, you're like, no, that's not what I want to do, or that's not where I want to put my energy. It's like I feel almost like you'd rather be alone. That's what they're saying. It's like part of the surrender is surrendering to the circumstance. And if you're going to allow what's happening, go with the flow of what's being offered to you, the surprise offering in some way that I feel that you either have rejected or you do reject. Like you reject in some way to go out, to have a good time, to socialize, to be out and about, and it sort of swallows you up in the same energy that you've been in, which is this frustration. It feels like, because it feels like this has been happening around you, and this is why you're in this unconscious or subconscious readiness, and in the music. So maybe you end up, staying home instead, and you vibing out to music and listening, and then going all into your feels, frustrated, etc., etc. But regardless, whatever you choose to do, they're just saying the following day, let's see how you feel. So whenever this, like, sort of the peak of these emotions happen, they're asking you to take 24 hours from that period and see how you actually feel the next day. And I feel like you might feel more empowered in some way, shape, or form. Whatever the case is, even if you are choosing to go out, I do feel like you'll still kind of feel like you're alone. Like it doesn't matter. So there's a frustration of being like, will I find the right people? Will this happen? Am I making the right decision, etc., etc. There's a lot of doubt that comes in. So even if you do or don't go out, there's resistance in something here. But I do feel like you gained something the following day. It really does feel like a 24-hour turnover, And this I miss you, there's, again, gaining wisdom to understanding your situation, understanding how you feel about the situation and how it's played out and what you've chosen to do. And recognizing that missing something isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just a recognition of something that either could have been worked out better, it was a beautiful moment, just time away from somebody, or things just not working out. Regardless, you've gained something. And are you ready? I still feel like you're not sure, and I think that's what secrets really are. Are you really ready to leave the situation? Are you ready to step into your power fully? Are you telling yourself the full truth? This might be what this frustration is. Be honest with yourself. Rebuild. Let's see. Before the end, discriminate carefully. That's what I mean. Yeah, there's something about it. It's like am I ready to leave whatever this is? And so they're saying before you finish whatever you're doing, really think about it. Really take that time to, again, that 24-hour period, whatever that is. And then we have calculated waiting. Relax in comfort. That there is definitely a need for you to really think before you move this time. And I can't say it's this time, is because this force feels so strong that, again, this destruction or this disruption is going to be a big deal. So you want to make sure that you have everything that you need and you're completely sound in your own judgment and your own choice, that you are not leaving anything with regret. So this calculated waiting for me is feeling like this reflective meditation energy. And really look at what you've been given in this dynamic. Can it maintain the way it has been, and do you want it to? Okay, let's see what's underneath. So, excuse me. So what it feels like, how you're handling it mentally, it's like you resist, like I said, you get frustrated, you do end up empowering yourself somehow, some way, and you gain this wisdom. But again, it still doesn't bring you full clarity yet based on what I'm feeling at the moment. It's like there's still things that need to be worked out for yourself before Spirit can give us even that perspective, because you're still in this frustration and confusion. Slightly, they said. Because it's more than mental. It's not about the feeling. Like your body and spirit is telling you something and your mind is sort of fighting you, is what I'm getting at. Okay, so with surprise, surrender, bread, period of prosperity and abundance. Sunday brings in calm, eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. And then arrow. You're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So again, before the end, discriminate carefully. How are you taking in these generous offers? Again, there's a resistance here and a rejection of something here. regardless of it being you going out and enjoying to find that calm that brings in this abundance and prosperity, that brings in some sort of like ease over your obstacles, sort of distracts you from what's going on, heading you into the right path of calming the mind, right? Of stepping out so you can step back in. Then it's in the music, frustration, angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. So you're protected in all of this. So sit with it for a bit. You know, the solitude is good. It's good. But if things are being offered to you, they're also asking you to experience that and go for those opportunities too. Allow yourself to decompress in another way. Hat, you'll be playing a different role. Absolutely. Monday, let's see, like I said, that there's a shift. You gain some sort of power, you gain some of your fierceness back is what they're saying. Then ladder, climbing towards success. Absolutely. Because of wisdom gained, of understanding, like, yes, this was a part of where I was going. So this calculated waiting now makes me understand where I'm heading to, because I've gained wisdom from, you know, whatever it is that you've been missing also, like what's been missing from your life. You may be feeling alone and you know, lackluster when it comes to livelihood, to the invigoration and spark you have for life. You know? Oh, they just said you like lost interest in playing the game. 2 came out for you for Are You Ready? You have tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Yeah, because you're climbing towards that success. Are you ready? You will be. And I think you're coming to that conclusion, absolutely. And comes unicorn. Beautiful. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes, and that's exactly what you're doing. Are you ready? So just take the time to really think about that. Find out what's secret within you that may have been holding you onto a certain situation mentally more than emotionally. That's what I feel. Beautiful. Okay, let's get your closing guidance. So underneath the surface, like, things are moving for your benefit, and it's all positive here, you know? There's no difficult cards here, and this is like triumph over obstacles. You will get through this, and you are fully protected. You're just going to be stepping into a different role now. And that transition for you, you might have been resisting, you know? So that solitude, that power is coming back. It's literally quick. Like I'm telling you, it's like a 24-hour turnover. That's what it feels like. I'm going to say like maybe a 3-day thing, but like it feels real quick. Oh, they're like, yes, but no. Okay, so it says to conform is to die inside. Pile 2 also got this, but we're going to shuffle for something else for you. There we go. There it is. Here we go. Lost in the ruins of the past. Find the way to the present moment and live. Yeah. So again, some of the hesitation, you know, surrender. What do you miss? What did you miss? What are you reminiscing about? What are you frustrated about? What are you second guessing? What's still a secret to you or to the people involved? And then follow the path of your soul. Like we said, do not allow anyone or anything to stop you. This is what your soul's been calling you to do, my lovely. Like really, 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 it's asking you to like surrender to this. Allow it. Let go of the past. What's underneath the deck here? Patience. Yeah, which is that more of that meditation and clarity. Beautiful. Patience brings in that clarity. That's awesome. Yeah, so let's not get lost in the ruins of the past, you know, which is bringing in this frustration of why this may not have worked out in the way that you thought it could. But again, my love, you're ready. Your spirit's ready. Like, ready. Okay, that was fast. Speak about ready. Dig, prairie dog. Says, what do I want to carve out space for in my life? What is that, my beautiful? I'm going to read from the book. But again, like, what is this? This is what you're trying to create. Like, what do I need to surrender here? What am I trying to carve out space for in my life? Which is this climbing to success, letting go of something for sure. Or someone. Imagine being a kid in a sandbox with shovel and a pail. What would you make? If you feel stuck, connecting with your inner child might help you find new ideas for which route to explore. In some way or another, we are each at the edge of the frontier in our own lives, no matter what age we are. As adults, it can be easy to forget the spirit of adventure and excitement we may have felt when we were younger. Prairie Dog pops up from her burrow today with an invitation to dig deeper into what brings you a sense of well-being and connection. You have the right to decide what that is. This is it, this rebuilding. What is this? What is it? You know, what are you holding on to? And you gain the wisdom from that. What do you want to prioritize? Get creative about how you can bring more of it into your life and go for it. Are you ready? Consider inviting your community to join you. So ask for help if you need it, you know? And this is what I'm telling you, this community, this surprise, this generosity. I feel like you need to take this, whatever this is, even if when you go out you do feel alone, it's still going to bring in the clarity or help to bring in this shift to bring in that clarity for you. For sure. Oh, my collective of pile 3. So creating from fire, right? Follow the path of your soul. Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Carve out the space for what you want. Dig deep and figure out what is it that you want. And you can create that and how you experience it, your connections in general. What have you been missing out of your life? What have you gained from this? You're now stepping into a different role. So shift that energy, dance, find some time to calm, move it around in some way. Oh, my beautiful collective of pile 3, I hope that was helpful in giving you the message the Spirit wanted to get real with you today about. I'm sending you the most amount of love, and until next time, until I read for you again, keep watering your lives. Ciao.